Okay, guys, so we have finished 16 questions of this exercise in our previous videos. Now we have to start question number 17 of exercise 5.3, and we are continuing with the chapter of arithmetic progression. So the question number 17 says, in a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. Good cause. It was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Like a section of class first will plant one tree, a section of class second will plant two trees, and so on till 12th class. So section of third class will plant three trees, and so on. So there are three sections of each class. So how many trees will be planted by the students? Okay, so each section, so there are three sections, right? So I would say that my first class, right? So first class is going to plant three trees, right? Because three sections are there. Then second class will plant three sections, so two each, right? Each section will plant two trees, so 3 2s are 6 trees, right? And then third class would try, so now three sections of each, then 3 3s are 9, so each section will, right, 9 trees. Okay, so this big I can see it is like a AP, right? So my it will be up to my 12, because I know n is given as 12. So this seems to be my like AP, because difference is equal to 3 for each. Okay, so now n is equal to 12, a is equal to 3, and d is also equal to 3. So I have got all my terms, and I can find out the sum of the trees, because they ask how many trees will be planted by the student. So my sum of n terms is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So sum of n terms will be equal to 12 by 2, and this is 2 into 3 plus 12 minus 1 into d. Okay, so this becomes 6. So this is equal to 6, and 6 plus 11 into 3. So this would be 6, and 6 plus 33. So I'll get 6 into 39. So 9 6 are 54, 18 and 5 is 23. So all the students have together planted 234 plants, right? So we got the sum of the tree. So now I can write down my answer. I can write down, say that the trees, right? Trees planted by the students. Number of trees, I can write down. Number of trees planted by the students is equal to 234. Correct? So that's the answer. To question number 18 now. So question number 18 says a spiral is made up of successive semicircles with centers at A and B. So some first time they are taking center as A, then B, then again A, then B, right? Like that. Starting with center at A. So my first center is at A, and radii is 0.5. So this is my 0.5. This is also 0.5. This diagram is given to me, right? And this, all these are 0.5 distances, I can say. Okay, so you can see that, check that this will be my first radius for L1. Then for the second one, this is my radius R2, right? Okay, from here to here and here to here. Then what do I have? Third radius. So third radius will be for L3. So this is 1.5. So this will be my R3, correct? This is for this. So I have from here to here is my R4. Okay, 2. So otherwise no need to go into such details, they have already given us everything. And I have to find the total length of such a spiral, which is made up of 13 consecutive semicircles. Okay, so from this I know that my solution, right? So n is equal to 13 because they want for 13 semicircles, correct? Now what else we have to do? We have that these are semicircles, right? So now perimeter of semicircle would be what? Perimeter of semicircle is pi r, right? For circle it is 2 pi r, so I'll just cancel and I get pi r. So if you remember it, and just to make you sure that you are using that, right? Now my radius 1 and radius 2, so I have to calculate the different. So suppose my L1 is equal to pi r, so r is equal to 0.5 for the first one, so this would be 0.5 pi. Okay, L2 is equal to pi into 1, so 1 pi. Okay, L3 is equal to pi into 1.5, so 1.5 pi. L4 is equal to pi into 2, so 2 pi. Okay, so I found out these four values. Now I can see, so I can find out the common difference, right? So d is equal to 1 pi minus 0.5 pi, or it is also, so second term minus my, or L2 minus L1 here, and then I can take L3 minus L2 also, so that would give me 1.5 pi plus, sorry, minus 1 pi. Okay, so everywhere I am getting 0.5 pi, and this is also equal to 0.5 pi. So that means my common difference is equal to 0.5 pi. Okay, and my a is equal to 0.5 pi, that is also given, right? So d is equal to this, and my a is given. N I know, then I have to find the sum of n terms, right? So 13, so Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So now my n is equal to 13 because they gave it as 13, so 13 by 2, and 2 into 0.5 pi plus n is 13, so 13 minus 1 into d is 0.5 pi. Okay, so 13 by 2, and here I can take pi common outside. Okay, now what is left here, guys? So now this 2 into 5 is 10, and one decimal goes, so it will be only 1 here. Okay, pi I already took it out. Now plus, now how much? 12, and pi already I took, and 0.5. Okay, so 13 by 2, pi I can substitute as 22 by 7. Have they mentioned in the question? Yes, they have mentioned that pi I have to take as 22 by 7. Now I can write down this as 1, and 12 5 is 60, we know, so 1 plus 6, 1 0 will go with the decimal point to remove this decimal point. Now I can write down 13 by 2 into 22 by 7 into 7, 7 7 goes, and this is 11. So 11 3 times is 33, 11 1 in time 11, and 143. So I get my 143. Okay, now all my radii are given in centimeter, so I would say the length of the loop is equal to 143 centimeter. Okay, now I can write down my answers. So the what they had asked, the question was what is the total length of the spiral by 13 consecutive terms, right? So the total length of the spiral is 143 centimeters. So that's my answer, and we are done with the 2 questions in this video. Now only 2 questions are left, so we are going to do those in next video, and so stay tuned and see you guys.